like that. Let's see what else. TMJ, or pain in the jaw, which is, you know, really common with fibromyalgia. Let's see, irritable bowel syndrome. 90% of people with fibromyalgia have irritable bowel. Another one is irritable bladder, or what is really medically called interstitial cystitis, which is not a urinary tract infection. It's not a bladder infection. It feels like one, but it's not one. Your tests always come back negative. I've had, you know, 15 urinary tract urine analysis done in 1 year. 15, and never had an infection, but had blood in the urine, really bad pain in the bladder. And what interstitial cystitis is the lining of the bladder is actually inflamed, and it bleeds, and that's what makes that happen. Of course, there's things you could do to mitigate that and kind of reduce the symptoms, which is, you know, not a lot of alcohol, not a lot of nicotine, not a lot of, you know, you add those things together and forget it, you're going to have a really bad problem. A lot of things really help with that. Cranberry tablets. Cranberry juice just doesn't work. There's not enough cranberry in it. Cranberry tablets are fantastic. Pop 3 of those in, symptoms are gone. It's great. Let's see what else. God, there's just so many that they add up. They really do. There's another syndrome that's attached to fibromyalgia, which is not the same as, and it's called myofascial pain syndrome. And that is totally different. It's where your muscle fibers themselves are, it's the fascia, which is it's the layer of on top of the muscle, I believe. And that spasms and contracts and holds really, really tight. Like if you drive in a car and you just, you know, after driving, you feel like you've been beaten. You're so tired. It's the tension. Your muscles just really tense up. There's so many different philosophies on what causes fibromyalgia. We'll get into that later. I've got several books that I want to share with you that I've bought in the States, and give you, you know, some information from them. You know, we should all be able to have that information for free. So I'd like to do that. And just a little sidebar here, a little note. I'm not a physician, never been to medical school, never, you know, I can't remember names, places, dates. Can't remember stuff like that. But interestingly, I remember just about every kind of medical terminology for fibromyalgia and everything associated with it that you can imagine. Neurocardiogenic syncope, you know, autonomic nervous system disorder, costochondritis. I mean, all these things. And my mother always says, how the hell do you remember all these things? And I said, I don't know. I guess because it affects me, it's important and I remember it. And so if you recall, there was a TV program with Jane Seymour a long time ago. It was a woman doctor on the prairie in the Wild West or something. I can't remember. And her name was Dr. Quinn, medicine woman. And so my family calls me Dr. April, medicine woman. But I'm not a doctor. I just play one on TV. So, anyway, so that's what I, you know, basically want to share. What I hope to go over during this series of videos is the current research, causes that I've discovered and learned from really great doctors, treatment options, how diet affects fibromyalgia, and exercise. And this exercise has to be done very, very carefully, or you'll just throw yourself in a world of hurt. But and then also share with you some information on, you know, what to do for people who don't understand what you have, or how to go to the doctor and really demand, if they're not acknowledging what you feel is a problem, and that is truly fibromyalgia, and no one will give you that diagnosis, that you have to keep trying. You have to go. It's you. Be your own best advocate. You have to. You know how you feel, and you know when you started to feel this way. And so I'm hoping that that I can provide that information over the course of these videos. So talk to you soon. Take care.